This behavior can be illustrated from the table. Okay. Here, one more table are here. In one column, it take a specific conductance and another column take a equivalent conductance. Okay. Concentration kg equivalent per dm cube. It means the concentration take here 1 liter solution. Okay. Here, the table contains specific and equal conductance of KCl solution at different concentration at 80 degrees Celsius. Okay. Here, concentration change. Then, what is the effect of specific conductance and what is the effect of equivalent conductance? Okay. Here, you see in first row. Here, concentration is 1. Specific conductance 0.9, 0.982 into 10 raised to power minus 4 Siemens meter inverse. Okay. Equivalent conductance 98.2. Okay. And again concentration decreases 0.1 molar. Then specific conductance 0.01120 and equivalent conductance 112.0. Okay. Here dilution increases. Okay. Dilution increases. Then equivalent conductance is increases. But concentration decreases, specific conductance also decreases. But here concentration increases, then the equivalent conductance also increases. Okay. Here in this scene that the equivalent conductance increase with dilution, the increase in case of electrolyte like ACl, NaCl, BaCl2 is not a large as in case of acetic acid or NH4OH. Okay. Here this may be KCl, NaCl or BaCl2 is not so large as in case of acetic acid or NH4OH. Okay. The electrolysis first category HCl, KCl, BaCl2, Tc are known as strong electrolyte, while in this second category CH3COOH, that means acetic acid, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide are known as weak electrolyte. Okay. If you take a acetic acid, then dissolve some amount of water, then the ion, one of acetate ion and other is H plus ion, is a generation. Sorry, it is a in there is a less amount of ion generation in this solution because it is a weak electrolyte. It is not a easily ion formation because it is a weak acid. It cannot easily its proton easily remove. Okay, then the rate of formation of ion is less, therefore it is known as weak electrolyte. There are two examples in weak electrolyte, that is CH3COOH and NH4OH. Okay, number of ion decreases, then the equivalent conductance also decreases. Okay. Here, HCl, KCl, BaCl2, all of these are ionic compound. They are dissolved in a water. They are easily dissociated. They are easily formation of its ion. That is positive ion and negative ion. Therefore, the number of ion increases. The equivalent conductance also increases. This is the original fact. Okay. Then next. In case of strong electrolyte, the equivalent and molecular conductivity progressively increase on dilution and rise to maximum limit. The limit value of conductivity is described as equivalent conductivity is infinite dilution. Okay. First of all, if you added more and more water in a given ionic or non-ionic compound, then the formation of ion is still up to a limit. Here, no more possibility if you added a one side by side water, then the number of ion increases. No, ion increases still up to limit. Okay, ion formation till up to limit, because if you take a 1 molar KCl solution, how many ions are formation? 10 KCl and 10 K positive and 10 Cl negative. If you added more and more water, 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter, 10 liter, the number of potassium increases? No. Number of Cl increases? No. Hence, here the limit value of conductivity is described as equal conductivity at infinite dilution. Number of ion increases still up to a limit. If you added more and more solvent in a given solute, then no further no further equivalent conductivity increases in a given solution. Okay, here in case of weak electrolyte, conductivity continue to increase with dilution of all dilution. The maximum is released when dilution is infinite. Therefore, the weak electrolyte, there is no indication that limit value can be attained even concentration approach to zero. This phenomena is applicable on strong electrolyte as well as weak electrolyte. Okay, why? Because weak electrolyte generation of ion, formation of ion is a very slow rate. Then you added more and more solvent or water in a weak electrolytic solution. Therefore, the generation of ion speed is very slow, or they become a slightly increases, but till up to a limit. If number of acid ion, complete formation of acid ion, complete formation of H plus ion, then no further generation of ion, no further formation of ion in a given solution. Okay, therefore, if you take a strong electrolyte or if you take a weak electrolyte, then added with some amount of water or some amount of given solution, solvent, then the rate equilibrium in as well as strong electrolyte as well as weak electrolyte. Okay, no further more concentration, no further more ion increases if the formation or dissociation complete over in a strong or a weak electrolyte. Okay, then next part of this electrochemistry, that is the conductometric titration. This titration was discussed about in the previous lecture or in the first semester. What is the conductometric titration? This conductometric titration total practically knowledge in your fifth or sixth semester. Then today we'll discuss here only for conductometric titration. Okay, here in the previous chapter, I was discussed about what is the titration. Okay, here one of the type of titration here, there is conductometric titration. Okay, volumetric titration, precipitate titration, and one more is conductometric titration, acid base titration. Okay, here titration in which endpoint of determined by measuring changes in conductance of solution upon addition of reagent is called as conductometric titration. Okay, in this titration, to determine the conductivity, to determine the specific conductance of given electrolytic solution. The conductance of solution depend largely on number of ion and their mobilities. Okay, this conductance can be depending upon directly proportional to the formation of ion, generation of ion. Okay, here if formation of ion or number of ion increases, the equivalent conductance also increases. Therefore, solution depend largely on number of ion and their mobilities. Okay, then number of ion increases, but they will move slowly. Then again, equivalent conductance decreases. The rate of flow of conductance is decreases. Therefore, therefore the equivalent conductance again decreases. Okay. There are two factors. Formation of ion easily and they are easily moved in the given electrolytic solution. Therefore, it becomes a more space equivalent conductance. Okay. If the ion is bulky or large in their size, they are not easily moved in a given electrolytic solution. It supplies some amount of energy by external source. It may be heat, it may be uh, you take in oven. Okay, like this way. Therefore, some example of conductivity titration are as given below. Okay, first is strong acid against strong base. Is one of the type of conductometric titration. Okay, what is strong acid? According to Lewis, according to Arrhenius, a number of theory are put forth in strong acid and strong base. What is acid? Okay, those atoms or molecule can easily remove or easily give a H plus ion is called as Lewis acid. What is the Lewis base? Those atoms or ion can easily remove or easily dissociate to formation of a OH minus ion. It's called as a strong base. Okay. Consider the titration of strong acid HCl against strong base NaOH. The acid is taken in a conductivity vessel and alkali in burette. Okay. Suppose you take a one beaker strong acid and one beaker is strong base. What is titration? Titration required some titration set. It required pipette, it required conical flask, it required indicator, it required burette and burette stand. A number of things are required here. Okay. Suppose you give a HCl and NaOH. The acid is taken in conductivity cell and alkali in burette. Okay. How to, in which electrolytic solution to determine the conductivity? This solution take in a given beaker and dip in some conductivity cell. Okay. Then this conductivity can be determined with the help of spatial conductivity meter. Okay, these are available in our laboratory. The conductance of HCl is due to presence of H plus and Cl ion. The alkali is added gradually. H plus ion are replaced by slow moving net ion as given below. Okay, here one reaction is here when strong acid is treated with strong base to give a neutralization reaction to formation of salt and water. Okay, here you see in the slide H plus Cl minus Na plus OH minus is ionic reaction because both are ionic compound. Formation of ion is easily or dissociation is easily. The formation of Na plus Cl minus and H2O. Okay, here if you take a HCl in a beaker, then added with the help of burette, added with some amount of strong base, that is NaOH. Then what happens in this case? Okay, in this case, the NaCl and H2O, it is a salt and water. Here, OH ion are consumed to H plus ion. Okay, this OH minus ion direct attack with H plus formation of water molecule. They are neutralized. Okay, suppose you take a HCl, the pH of HCl is near about 1 to 2. Okay, then if you add it with NaOH, then what happens? The concentration of HCl is reduced. pH of solution slightly increases. Why? Because presence of H plus ion in a given electrolytic solution, OH consume its H plus ion and slight pH slightly increases. Okay, why pH increases? Because the concentration of H plus ion decreases and the pH is range from 1 to 7 for acidic range. They are slightly increases. Okay, then what happened again here? Until the complete neutralization, conductance decrease on addition of NaOH. Any subsequent addition of alkali after endpoint will result in introduction of fast moving OH ion. The conductance therefore increases further addition of alkali. Okay, if suppose in a given electrolytic solution, the whole amount of H plus ion completely react with OH minus. Then after you added some amount of alkali or NaOH, then what happened? Here, the OH ion are freely move in a given electrolytic solution. Why? Because no H plus ion are remaining in given electrolytic solution. Therefore, the OH minus ion are easily move in given electrolytic solution. At that point, the conductivity cell can conduct the conductivity and record the conductivity meter. Okay, this is called as strong acid against strong base conductometric titration. You see in a graph. Okay, here the variation of conductance is plotted against volume of alkali added. We get two straight line meeting at point B, which represent the end point of titration. Here you see it's a graph, strong acid versus strong base. Okay, here equivalent conductance, volume of NaOH added. Okay, on y-axis conductance and x-axis volume of NaOH added in a ml. Okay, suppose here initial concentration of HCl before added of alkali, before added of NaOH. Okay, then what happened if you added some amount of NaOH here? Then what happened? Consume of H plus ion by NaOH or by OH minus. Then concentration of HCl slightly decreases till a point B. Here, point B. At that point, the whole H plus ion the whole H plus ion consumed by OH. Then after you added some amount of NaOH added slightly or slowly, then what happened? No more H plus ion are given solution. Then what happened? Then the concentration of OH ion again increases. The concentration of base again increases. The pH of again increases in a given electrolytic solution. Okay, here added with slightly NaOH in HCl, then pH is low. conductance become a slow. Conductance here again, rate of formation of ion again slow. In this situation, strong acid versus strong base, there is a conductometric titration. At that point, this is a conductometric titration, or it is a equivalence point determined by graphically. After titration, you take after 2 to 3 reading for each. Then determine the mean or number of reading still up to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or 20 readings are taking conductometric during conductometric titration, and you draw some reading or all reading in a graph paper. Then draw this graph. These graph are nature of this graph is conductance against volume of NaOH. This graph as shown as this like graph. Okay, this is a conductometric titration, strong acid versus strong base. Okay, then 4 type of titration are discussed about in tomorrow's lecture, but this is important topics. Today we'll discuss an important topic, that is conductometric titration, then variation of specific and equivalent conductance with dilution. Okay, this is more important part, and it is a importance in our exam. Therefore, it is a very read carefully. Then after complete this chapter, I will share a PDF notes and share my PPT. Okay. After 1 minute, this Zoom meeting automatically close. You cannot log in after ending of this meeting. Okay, this is a part in this I will discuss. Sorry, I was discussed in this chapter. Then next, there is a strong acid versus weak base, weak acid versus strong base, and weak acid and weak base. This part or this conductometric titration discussed about in tomorrow. Okay, and one more part is precipitation titration. Okay, thank you.